Have you hit a plateau? Or does your body feel a lot more achy and painful than it should be? What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing a very important topic that will help you break through plateaus and prevent injuries. What is this magic topic that will help me break plateaus and prevent injuries? That topic is a deload. If you have not heard of a deload and you've been working out for a while, this is an important topic you should be integrating in every mesocycle that you go in. Alright, so firstly I'll be talking about the fitness and fatigue model, which describes why a deload occurs, and then I will move on into how you can implement a deload into your training program. And let's get started. Alright, so right here we have the fitness fatigue model. And before I start, I will define first fitness, fatigue, and performance. So first, fitness is your physical capability, which increases as you train. And then fatigue is a byproduct of training, which increases linearly as you increase intensity or volume. And then lastly, performance is simply fitness minus fatigue. All right, so for this example, we'll pretend we're working out chest. So before training, you see there is some residual fatigue from last training session. And post-training, we see that your fitness has increased since before training, but at the same time, your fatigue has increased. And after recovery, which is probably the next day or maybe 2 days, depending how new you are to training, you see fatigue dissipate, which shows or allows you to show your performance that you increased. So let's say before training, or the last training sessions, you benched 225 for 4. And then post-training, since you applied a new stimulus which increased your fitness, next time you would be able to bench 225 for 5. All right, so now that I've demonstrated the importance of fitness, fatigue, and performance, I will talk about why it's important to implement a deload. All right, so first of all, as you work out, you're supposed to increase volume and or intensity, and as you increase those, so does fatigue. And eventually you will get so much accrued fatigue built up from the whole mesocycle or longer training period that it will match your performance. And because of this, you will hit a plateau. You will not be able to perform as you should because this fatigue is masking your performance. So at this point, most people are like, oh my God, I hit my genetic potential, that's it, gotta throw in the towel. Or they just think that's the strongest they can get, but that's not the case. On the same note, as week goes by, you're supposed to, how I said before, increase either intensity or volume. And because of this, you will be placing a higher strain on your connective tissue, joints, and just overall your body. And because of this, if you don't give your body a break, you will be more likely to sustain an injury. But if you implement a deload, you reduce the fatigue and you let your body rest a bit. An analogy that you can relate this to is like running your car. Say you have a manual car and you're redlining it the whole time. If you keep on redlining the car, the chances of you blowing out your engine are very likely. All right, so now that we've talked about the importance of implementing a deload in your program, we will talk about how you should actually implement a deload. So there's 2 variables you're trying to manage when going into a deload. So that's volume and intensity. So volume right now is defined by a set volume. So let's, for example, say you're doing 3 sets of 10 on squat for 225. You would go into the deload, increase the set volume, so you would do 2 sets, and you would also increase the intensity. So instead of 225, you would maybe do 205. So you would do 2 sets of 10 for 205 for that week on the deload. And because of this, you're decreasing intensity and volume. Alright, if you made it this far in the video, can you please hit the thumbs up and subscribe button so you can help me out with a YouTube algorithm. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, can you please leave them down in the comments. But in all, I hope if you do hit a plateau or you feel a little more beat within your mesocycle, I hope you implement a deload and get some more gains.